Oh, well, hello again, friends and family. So good to see you again today. Yeah, you might notice we're back in Alice. And it's for a special trip. As many of you know who've been with the channel for any length of time, yeah, we transferred the Gravel Flux time warp generator into Alice from the Focus. And so now Alice is capable of taking us all back in time. So hey, if you'd like to go back in time to the year 2019, November, the week before Thanksgiving. Well, it was actually the week of Thanksgiving, because that's the week we're in right now. This being Tuesday, November the 21st. And on this particular date, way back in 2019, I was shopping at Superfoods to pick up a few extra things for my Thanksgiving feast. Davey and his mother Ashley were coming on down from North Alabama to spend Thanksgiving holiday with me, and my son James was coming over for the Thanksgiving feast and to be with us on Thanksgiving Day. So I thought it'd be nice if we went back in time to a time before all the craziness started, before the events of 2020, and what we've seen and what I thoroughly believe is nothing more than corporate greed. And I just wanted to refresh my memory too and see what food prices were back then, before all the stupid started that we're seeing now too. And the reason that's important today is because I'm also going to Superfoods today. Now, I won't be going back to the main store that I did in 2019, which is where we're all going now, back in time. When we come back, I'll be going to our little smaller version over here on my side of the river that I've taken you to many times before, to pick up a few essential items for this year's Thanksgiving celebration too. So let's go back in time. Jump on in, buckle up. Y'all be good. No fighting. Plenty of room here in the Alice. And of course we always got the rumble seat in the trunk. And if you're queasy, you know, when that time warp kicks in, just roll down the window and hang your head out. Okay? So here we go. Okay, like I told y'all, you're going to have to be quiet and behave yourself in the buggy. So here we go.
What's the price of these?
Look on the top of there, it says green onions. All the bottom's up top, all way up high.
Where do
It's
you
48
see it?
cents, I see it.
Oh, I didn't. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. That's what it's been, exactly.
There's no furnace coming, right?
No, I know where some sound short, but nobody's going that way.
Yeah. I didn't know it, so I was
48 cents a piece. Not bad. So something you're going to need on Thanksgiving is, of course, potatoes. And here they've got a 20-pound bag of russet potatoes for $6.95 a bag. Don't seem too unreasonable. And then, if you don't need that much, you can come on down here and get 4 pounds. This is something I didn't notice, and I don't know when it changed. I could have swore the smallest bag of potatoes came in with 5 pounds. But now, they're 4 pounds. And that's $1.67. And then we have the 5-pound bag of red potatoes. And that's $3.57 a bag. Now, if y'all remember the video I did on potatoes, the largest area for growing potatoes is what they call the Red River Valley. And that's had an extremely tough harvest season this year. I think something like 60% of the red potatoes were still in the ground back towards the end of October. And it was getting questionable if any more of them would be harvested this year. Of course, they have Yukon Golds here, $2.66 a bag. And by looking at that bag, I'm going to say that's 4 pounds as well. But I thought it would just be a good idea to document prices on this Thanksgiving, being Thanksgiving 2019, so I and the kids, and some of y'all out there, could look back next year and see what prices were this year. We got a bag of yellow onions here for 99 cents. And the onion harvest has been sort of sad this year as well. That's for 2 pounds. And they are small, and I had read that was one of the things we would be seeing this year, that the size was smaller than in years past. And you can definitely see that here in these onions. They still look good, but they're small. But then we get down here to the 3-pound bag of yellow onions, and that's $1.40. And they're good size onions too. Red onions, 70 cents a pound. Now I'm going to pick me up a couple of these red onions. So I'm going to set y'all back in the buggy for a moment. Pick me up a couple of those red onions there. They're great for salads. Now we're going to head down this other side. We got some nice looking collards there for $3 a bunch. Got carrots here for 66 cents. For a 1-pound bag. Celery is 96 cents per bag. You gotta have it for Thanksgiving. I already have some. Then we got some broccoli, $2.85 a pound. That's some nice looking broccoli heads. Of course, corn still high, $2.69 for 3 small ears. We got okra here, $2.69 a pound, and yellow squash for $1.38 a pound. Zucchinis, $1.65 a pound. On that one, the rest of them, some of them say $1.82 a pound. Now they do all say, if you notice, product of USA. And then we got some green beans here. Look pretty darn good. You know, you gotta have that green bean casserole for Thanksgiving. I don't make it, but a lot of people like it. They're $2.35 a pound. Those are some nice looking beans. And then, of course, plenty of apples. In case gonna be making apple pies. $2.76 a bag. Granny Smith. And I don't know how many pounds is in this bag. It really don't say. 3 pounds. 2 1/4 inch diameter. 276. Of course, the big Rome apples, which are great for pies and baking. For $2.61. And then they got Fuji's for $3.08. And that's a nice looking bunch of Fuji's there. Got the oranges, but you can see they got plenty of apples. All different kinds. Gala, $2.24 bag. Golden Delicious, $3.23. So we're going to turn y'all around. We're going to head on back up through here. Oh, for that sweet potato casserole, 60 cents a pound. It's a nice looking sweet potato, but I don't much care for sweet potato casserole. Neither do the kids, so that won't be on our Thanksgiving menu. We'll be having white Irish potato mashed with cream and butter. So I'm going to put y'all back in the buggy. We're going to head on in through the store, see what else we can see. Y'all sit still. Oh, pretty good. How you done? I made some of my own pickles, so I don't need any pickles. I really don't need any of this. We're just going down through the aisles because we browse when we shop. You never know what you're going to find. And just for the purpose of documenting prices, we got Red Diamond Classic Roast Coffee here, $5.43 for 22 ounce. Maxwell House, $6.19. And that's for 26.8 ounces. We got Folgers, $6.34, 30.5 ounces. I'm a Folgers man myself. No Starbucks for me, folks. Now, if you need green beans, that's a good price. 6.3 pounds of green beans, non-GMO, $4.13.
Big Rocky has a phone call line 3 plus.
Now this is also Monday, 9 o'clock in the morning, right after the weekend shopping. So, yep, they're restocking the shelves right now. And you can see everybody's been in here stocking up for Thanksgiving and the holidays coming up. Of course, right there, green beans, especially French style. You know, that green bean casserole. They're pretty slim. Don't judge me, but I'm getting some B8. We always have a small glass of B8 with our Thanksgiving meal. Something my father started. So it's sort of become tradition. And something I'm going to be doing a video on here in the coming future is going to be canned fish. I think we all keep it in our pantries. A lot of people stock it up. As they do Vienna sausages, even if they don't want to admit it. And of course, America's favorite, Spam. Of course, you could always get Armor Treat. It's only $2.07. For Spam, it's getting pricey. The classic, it's up to $3.11. I think now they just put classic on things so they can charge more. Of course, can't be a true Southern boy unless you love your Vienna sausages. 61 cents a can. Now, I remember when they were a dime. Those days are long gone. Of course, my son's favorite, ramen and instant noodle soups. He'll live on them if you let him. And I'll bet the cream of mushroom soup's pretty well wiped out. Let's take a look at it. Yep. Chicken noodles pretty much gone. Cream of chicken, not much left. Well, we do have some cream of mushroom right there. I don't use it much. Don't care for it. The hamburger helper's real low. As are most of the mac and cheese.
Randy, I need your car, please.
And now we're over here at the meat department. Got a few pork tenderloin there, $3.38 a pound, and a Southern Classic pork neck bones, $1.18 a pound. Got some pork stew meat there. That's $1.69 a pound. That's not a bad price there, folks. Boneless pork tenderloin, $3.28 a pound. Here's a fresh pork ham butt. It's a apple one. $1.59 a pound. That'd make somebody a fine Thanksgiving meal. Boston butts for $1.64 a pound. And here's pork loin roast, $1.48 a pound. We got pork steak, $1.78 a pound. Excuse me, sir. And we got ground chuck here, 80% lean, 20% fat, $2.75 a pound. Hey, how you doing?
Missing in there?
Got some real good prices on this beef loin, New York strip. $7.92 a pound. $8.92 for the T-bone. Ribeyes, $11.51 a pound. And beef chuck steak, $3.98 a pound. As well as the beef chuck roast, $3.78 a pound. Now for those of you who are highfalutin, I'll get you some filet mignon here, $12.43 a pound. I got a lot of meat. I don't need to be buying no meat. Boy, they made a run on Pop-Tarts. Of course, I remember when the kids were home, Pop-Tarts were a favorite of them too. And of course, y'all probably don't know this, you ain't from the South, but this is Blackburn made syrup. It's corn syrup. You really don't want to be eating it no more. Of course, back in the day, didn't nobody tell us about it. All of this is corn syrup. I was looking for some pure cane syrup, but I don't see it. By coming on a Monday, you can get an idea of what people buy over the weekend, what's most popular, just by looking how the shelves are on Monday morning. Cereal's pretty popular in my small town by the looks of it. We just cruise on down the freezer cases. And we're just looking. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you?
Pretty good? I hate to do it. Well, I got y'all with me. But I gotta do it because I just love these little things. Yep, I gotta get me some White Castles. We don't have White Castle here in the South. We have Crystal, but the closest Crystal I have near me is some 40 miles away. So these will have to do. I'm gonna go with the cheese sliders. Now these are a treat for me on a rare occasion. Now here we got honeysuckle, frozen young turkeys, $1.12 a pound. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. Maybe some of y'all down in the comment sections will tell me what turkeys are costing in your area. But it's good to know what we could get them for this year. Somehow I think there'll be more next year. Of course, those aren't butterball. I still haven't found them yet. Mama always cooked a butterball. She said she wouldn't cook one unless it was. I'm not that picky. course, I've even, when it's just been me, done one of these here moist and tender fresh hens for $1.39 a pound. Of course, they're more than the turkey, but when it's just one person like me, that's all you need. You just make believe it's a turkey. But they got drumsticks, chicken, 68 cents. $0.97 for a big old package of fryer thighs. And we got hams. Looks like about $1.38 a pound for smoked, fully cooked half ham. I'm not sure where they come from. It's hard for me to buy a ham anymore. Even if my daughter and grandson come down, these hams are way too big for one person, 2 or 3 people. And there's no such thing as a small ham anymore. Here's shank portion ham, $1.44 a pound. That's shank portion ham, $1.61 a pound. And Hillshire Farm brands, $2.38 a pound. Here again for the shank portion. And then Smithfield, I'm not going to buy it. China bought up that company, and I tend to stay away from Smithfield. Of course, here's something I haven't seen before. Pecan smoked turkey, $3.20 a pound. Or you can get this hen turkey here from Royal, which is an Alabama company, for $2.68 a pound. Ain't bad, fully smoked turkey. And these are the smallest hams they have right here. Smoked picnic whole, $1.58 a pound. That'd be still too big for just me to be eating ham for weeks. People buying that peanut oil, because there's going to be some turkey frying going on here in the South. If the family's all going to be here, I'd probably fry a turkey too. $7.14 a gallon. Oh wow. Flour doesn't look like it was hit too bad over the weekend. Of course, not a whole lot of people bake anymore. But look at the sugar. This sugar's wiped out, man. And over here they got the Domino pure cane granulated sugar, $5.24. Now I've already checked prices at Walmart. I actually have to look at the video footage I took to remember how much it was. There's still some of that left. Now they got the 4 pounds for $2.16. I still got some pure cane. But the regular sugar is gone. And this is 10 pounds. It's $5.86. Something ain't right. That's just granulated sugar. Almost assuredly, it comes from sugar beets. 95% of all sugar beets, remember, are GMO. And they got 10 pounds of Domino, which is pure cane, non-GMO verified, $5.24. If I need more sugar, I'll be getting the Domino. At Walmart, I do know the Domino was higher than the regular sugar. And here they also got the Dixie Crystals, pure cane sugar, for $2.33, 4 pounds. Non-GMO verified. I'm gonna go ahead and get one. I don't think I need nothing down this aisle. It's all cleaning supply. Not that I don't clean. I just have enough supplies. But I do need some milk for me and the kitty, Trixie. If I don't come home with some, she ain't gonna be happy. Now they have here the Blue Ribbon Dairy, and that's a locally owned dairy right outside Tallahassee, Alabama. A half gallon for $3.50. Well, I'm gonna pick up a half gallon, and yes, it's gonna be more than the store brand. But if you don't support your local business, won't be around long. And it's the last dairy we have. And see, I could go over here and get the Surefine for $2.07. Sometimes it's just not all about saving money. I can cut back on something else if I need to. And I'm going to need some butter, because I'm going to be cooking up some stuff. Now supposedly, this is Amish style, salted rolled butter, Wisconsin. Or they have the Amish country rolled butter here. Doesn't say where though, where it's from. And they don't have my favorite dip. It's actually a dill dip with horseradish. Oh, that stuff's like crack. But I don't see it here. They have it on the other side of the river. In our little smaller superfoods, but not here. Yeah, I know. I could make my own tuna salad, and I do. I like keeping some more Mrs. Stratton's on hand. $2.54. The holidays coming up, I'm gonna be doing enough cooking. Now, something everybody's got to get for the holiday cooking is eggs. Jumbo eggs for $1.70 for 12 a dozen. Of course, you got brown eggs there for $1.79 a dozen. can get the Weiss or Weiss, 1/2 dozen for 87 cents. Medium eggs are $1.17 a dozen. Extra large for $1.67 a dozen. It'll be interesting to see what egg prices are next year, this time. Of course, you really want a lot of eggs. They got them down here in 5 dozen boxes, 2.5 dozen. You gotta want a lot of eggs though. Bread is something else that people buy a lot of for the holidays. Now, being born a northern boy, and my mama, my grandma, and great grandmother always had northern style Thanksgivings, the stuffing we make is made with bread instead of cornbread like here in the South. It's like I always say, folks, I'm Southern by choice, not by birth. Nature's own perfectly crafted. Now it says non-GMO project. Woo. It still has a long list of ingredients. Probably not the best for you. But if you want the best bread, in all truth, you should just break down and make it yourself. It ain't all that hard. Of course, dinner rolls, that's something that flies off the shelves. And I've been guilty of buying them too. And of course, frozen pies. My mama, she always got Mrs. Smith's. She didn't bake pies. She was a cake person. And my grandmother and great grandma, now they could bake anything. And you just could not ask for anything better than their baked pumpkin, apple, or oh my God, coconut cream pies. But I'm not going to be baking either. Now you could go with traditional sweet potato pie. Personally, my favorite for Thanksgiving is pumpkin pie. And we're going to get a good one right here. Now I guess they're $3.95. But the last time I tried to make a pumpkin pie, it came out pretty soupy. Not sure what I did wrong. Well, I guess I won't get no Fritos. Now, unless y'all could tell, they didn't have a whole lot of selection on turkeys. That's because ham is pretty popular here in my small town. Turkey, not so much. I'm not sure why that is. Well, that's all we needed. And we really didn't need all of that. So what we're going to do, we're going to head on and check out, head on back to the house. I just wanted to bring y'all along while I was doing some browsing for my holiday shopping. Didn't find what I wanted. Wanted a butterball turkey. Since I couldn't find one here, couldn't find one at Walmart, I guess that means road trip. Well, I hope you enjoyed that trip back in time. You can see we're back. And I wish I could have picked up some items while we were back there. Don't you? Prices were a whole lot better back then. Way better than they are now. But I think that's something we need to bear in mind. And we need to all start questioning the powers that be. Our elected officials, city, state, and federal too. And say we've had enough of the craziness we're seeing now in 2023. So, with all that said, I want to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving celebration too, wherever you might be in this great country of the U.S. And I know other countries don't celebrate it like we do here, but I wish you a great day on that particular day too. So like always, you know, until you see me again on the next episode of Mr. Tom's Neighborhood, which will most likely be my most current trip, here before Thanksgiving 2023, yep, you'll be in the buggy and shopping with me. So hey, until I, Cleo, Spooky, Speedy, sometimes Heathcliff, and Major Fluffy Muffin, and Little Princess Gracie too, see you then. Y'all take care, stay safe, and may God bless you all. And remember, we love you all too, and thank you for everything you do. Goodbye for now. Well, Alice, whew, I wish I could have got some things back then, but yeah, I know, you said it would cause a temporal paradox. Couldn't do it. Yep. Oh, well, we can only wish for the times we once had. Little did we know how good we had it back then. Oh, later all.